All right, so it's been about a week, so I thought I'd just sort of leave it and come back, and I guess just make sure that I was sort of happy with how it was. Yeah, maybe I should also, all these layers are looking very messy, so I'm gonna put this all in a folder and call it I don't know, editing layers maybe. All right, and then we just stamp that, and then we can turn this off, and then it will be a bit quicker. All right, so I feel it's sort of where I wanted it, but yeah, what I generally do is I'll leave a edit for a little while and then come back and just try a few things out. So I'm going to do a solid layer, and then I'm just going to see if I want to darken it off a little bit. So I'm just going to move the fill and bring this down. So like I'm just sort of just darkening it down just a tad, and then what I might do is just bring the highlights back, like something like that. There's a dog barking in the background. Yeah, just bring those back. Where do I want to go? I want to go to about there. Let's have a look. Maybe it's a bit much. Yeah, that's quite nice. The one thing that I don't want to lose is the background color. I quite like that. I'm just wondering if I've actually got anywhere in here a selection of just the subject. Probably not. I wonder what the selection subject would be. Probably want to, yeah, I'm going to put that on a layer. Yeah, this was where it's quite harsh on the edges. It does hair very well, I have to say. I'm going to put that in there, and then I need to put it in there. That's better. Yeah, it's probably going to make that harshness again. So what I'll probably do is just blur this slightly. Selection, filter, Gaussian blur. Yeah, maybe even more. So what I get, yeah, is just, all right, so that's pretty good, but what I'm gonna do is, let's go to 50, and I'm just gonna, no, not 50, let's go to 30% and just, so now what I'll probably get is, yeah, just a little bit of a darkening, but we'll keep that background, and because it's so soft we shouldn't really get an edge here, but I'm gonna get annoyed that there might be a slight. Let's have a look at the colors. So that's like 92. Yeah, it is darkening the edges, of course. So maybe what I actually do is I just make a layer in here, and then I'll darken what I want myself. I have to remember in here, yeah, I'm adding noise here. It's not, yeah, noise is usually really the last thing that I do. But, you know. All right, so then we're going to go in here and we're just going to add. Oh, hang on, let's go back. I'm going to add it to the edges. Make sure we don't get it in the eyes. And to be honest, I'm not sure if this is... Oh, did not catch up there. All right. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm even going to use any of this. All right, so let's see how we're doing. So we just darken it off. Yeah, I quite like that. Yeah, okay. The next thing, actually, let's just darken. Yeah. All right, the next thing I'm going to do, is I'm going to make another folder and call it curves. So now I'm going to call it curves. And let's just bring these up like this. And yeah, have a bit of a harshness to it. All right, and then invert that, and then we're just going to let's go like 20%. We're just going to let's go down to 10%. Seems a bit harsh when if I'm adjusting anything and I want it subtle, it's better to do a few strokes on there than really, you know, do it in one click. Then there's so much control. Yeah, let's do that. That's looking good. We're just gonna bring these things. I'm sort of just dodging and burning, I guess. Again. All right, I'm just going to dull that down a little bit. Well, first I'm just going to bring it and then just bring it up. Maybe to about here. Okay, now we're going to do a stamp. We're going to convert it to a smart object. And this file's getting very big. Yeah, come on. Okay, we're good there. No, this is my system, all the calling, but it also tells me what the cores are doing. So I usually put that on the other screen just to see. Sometimes if it's clocking along, it's nice to see that everything is working. So, okay, we're going to go into camera raw. And yeah, we're going to overwork it. So I'm really going to bring up the texture, but overly do it. And then I'm going to also bring up the clarity just a tad. So we're overdoing this, you know, let's just so you know. And then we're going to bring that just a little bit up. And we're going to go okay. All right. Then we're obviously going to we're going to mask it. Yeah, I just do an overall mask, then masking the layer or adjusting that. All right. Let's so what are we on 10? Let's go 20%. So we have to watch it a bit here. I'm going back now, that was too much. Also, I'm not really sure how well you'll see this on YouTube. But so let's see. Yeah, that's better. So I'm just roughing it up really, like it's getting a more of a gritty look. All right, so let's take that back. So what I usually do is take that right off, and then we'll see where we are going. It's probably quite hard to see for you. Yeah, let's see if I grab it. Yeah, I think around about here, sort of 60%. All right, let's do another layer. We're going to do this as an overlay, and I'm just going to just try and bring out the eyes a little bit more. And I'll blur this afterwards, just slightly. All right, let's just Gaussian blur. You can do this with a grey layer as well, and you can actually see where you've marked it. All right, we can dial that back a little bit. That's pretty good. I still wonder if I should take these soft boxes out. It needs a twinkle there and then put a manual one in. But yeah, looking back, like, yeah, I shouldn't have had that. But yeah, I didn't see it. I did see it. And I thought it was okay. Now I don't. All right. So also, yeah, sometimes you commit to what you did. So the next thing I might try is I'm going to take the blue channel. This is a plugin I have. It just enables you to do quick, I guess, mask so you can target areas. This is luminosity and choosing the blue channel. That's pretty okay. Then I'm going to invert the blue channel. So now I am dealing with everything. Or do I? Well, we'll try this. Curves. I'm just going to affect this. So I'm just affecting more of these detailed areas. We don't want to do it too much. And let's bring that up so we can sort of just keep the shadows as they were. So we're just getting the skin like that, maybe. And then let's chuck this all in a folder. Mask it out, and then let's just bring this in on 20%. Just so doing it this way, it'll keep some of the detail. No, here's not good. We're not really doing much, but might be a little bit too gritty. So let's chuck all that in a folder. Oh, it's pretty good, I think. So it's not much. It's just adding dodge and burn, really, if I really analyze it. Some of these techniques I use. The blue channel is always a good one, and to get some contrast. So here, like you can see where it's getting the skin, but it's still keeping it still picks up some of the detail. You can invert that and try it on the highlights, but I wanted to get the lowlights. But yeah, maybe just having a bit of a curve and just bringing let's put it on. I want it over the whole dot. Maybe. Oh yeah. Oh. I don't want that. Maybe I do another stamp and we just chuck it in camera raw for the last time. And we've already added grain. Yeah, the grain's good. Let's do, maybe we can hit the highlights a little bit. Again, I'm not really worried about the background. Then let's mask it. And we're just going to maybe 30%. Yeah, it brings it up. It's going to be hard for you to see, but it is a slight adjustment. So it's obviously a lot more gritty. I would now say it's way too much. So I'm going to chuck this all in a folder, and then we're going to just, this is where we were. Let's just bring it up. Yeah, that's good. It is good. So yeah, I'm at about 60%. So it's just a little bit more edgy, I guess. Yeah, it's good. Then I have to remember to keep this maybe adjustments. Yeah, the last thing I can do is if I take another stamp and bring it into raw. The other thing you can do is if you come down to the color mixer, you can actually pull out all the color. Okay, and then go to the light. And bring up here. So again, if you take away the color, you get you don't get that distraction. And then I'm not going to touch that. That's probably pretty good. And then with the color mixer, we can bring back up the colors. So I'm pretty sure there'd be nothing on any of these. I'm just looking at the face. Yeah, there isn't. So really, we're just dealing with the red, orange, and yellows. So yeah, it's a little in the hair. There's obviously going to be color here. And orange, we're going to take back and bring the red up. All right, well, it looks quite odd now, but if we then mask this, and then we can use the highlights, which will then not have the yellow in. Let's go up to about here. That's a bit too much there. Maybe 10%. Right. Yeah, so that the highlights won't basically not have any yellow in it, or feel a bit cooler, but that's way too much. I'd say about here, and then we can chuck that in here as well. And then I can look at it and go, was it worth it? I think so. Yeah, what I was trying to do is keep this skin textures and things, in, and then just sort of punch the rest, which, yeah, it's good. It's good. The last thing, I think, and I said I'd just do half an hour of me tweaking, is I'm just going to do another layer in here with the with overlay, just for these eyes again. If I can just pick up like this. Like, this is way too much, so I have to dull it down. let's have a look at that. Yeah, obviously too much. But let's just blur it slightly to Gaussian blur. Oh, we don't need that much, maybe 1.5. And then again, we'd take it right away and then we just bring it up. Yeah, probably like 40. Yeah, all right. Okay, are we going to call that finished? We are going to call that finished. So I guess this is where I was. Was this where I was? That's where I was. Yeah, so I don't need that. The trouble now is when I do another one, because I have this adjustment layer on top, it creates a little bit more of a problem of evening them out. So then, you know, when I do the background, now I am adjusting the background. Oh no, I think I've caught most of the background out, but here is going. Yeah, the last thing I need to do actually is I need to stamp it. I need to get what color the darkest point is, or probably here. So that's 23, 23, 23. So let's make a solid 23, 23, 23 because it's the color selected, and we can delete that. I need lighten, sorry. So I'm just pulling, if there's anything darker than that, I'm pulling it up. So everything is 23, 23, 23. I don't want solid black in this. And then like I could actually just take this color and you know, bring it, and then you can see like I just bring up the darkest point up and up and up. So yeah, so we had it on 23. So if there was anything when I was doing my adjustments that pulled something in the shadows here below 23, 23, that just brings it up. So we have a uniform blackness across the image. All right, is that what I wanted? Yeah, we're gonna go with that. I do wonder, maybe I just turn that off for now. I'm just gonna, this is the new color adjust. I'm just gonna play around to see maybe if, you know, maybe that like there's a little bit too much. You know, maybe there's a little bit too much color. It's really just skin tones and black and white, but there is some blue in the background. Let's take that highlighter areas. It's sort of got some yellow in. Maybe, do I need just a little bit of color out of that? That's a little bit too much, so let's go sort of like 50. Yeah, so I've just taken mainly the yellow out there, I think. What were we doing? 7. What are we doing here? -5, -11. Maybe that should be like -8 or something. Maybe we can do -14. Yeah, that just pulls it down a little bit. in honesty, I could have just done vibrancy, and I just wanted to use. I try to now have this saturation layer where it picks the 6 main colors, or you can double click on them and change them, and then just play it as another step, I guess. But yeah, I am calling this done now. So it's just like if I come in here, it's just a little bit like here. It's a bit softer, I guess, and we've just added in the shadow. It's just really dodging burning, but I've kept these details by using the blue mask. So yeah, and what else? Yeah, I brought up the eyes a bit, but yeah, by the time I've left it in here and turned it all down, it was hardly doing anything. So I redid them. Like if I brought them out here, there would even be a little bit more. I'll put it under, and then maybe it's a bit much at 40, then 35. Yeah, that's better. And then, yeah, I've got this saturation. I'm just taking the yellow out of one of the skin tones, which was the highlighted areas. Then, yeah, I'm just sort of forcing the black to 23, 23, 23. And you know, we're going to call that done. Also, I've looked at this image for so many hours now that you get a bit blind to it. And it's as I said many times, it's so much more confronting doing this. Like, I guess, you know, when it's my own work, I'll load up like I said, I'm not really happy with where it is, and I'm just going to adjust a little bit, and then, you know, I stumble across a look that I like. Yeah, and when you're doing it live, you really feel that you should be defining everything correctly instantly. Like, this is the decision, this is something else, which is not the real way of editing. Well, yeah, if it's to a brief and you have examples and you've already done a test shoot or a test edit, and it's agreed that feels right, then it's a bit. It is that you're just processing it. But when you're doing your own stuff, and you know this is really defining what the others will look like, then I have to say it's confronting doing it on camera. Anyway, I'm gonna call that finish. So that is the image of my dad. I will be doing I'm still, do you know, every time you look at these, I'm just wondering, I've sort of lost the mid-tone area. All right, I'm just going to put in a curve layer here, and I'm just going to maybe just bring it a tad up. And then invert it. And then just bringing it up a little bit, if you can see, and then I will be happy. Yeah, it's a bit much. All right, and then look how messy it gets. I just chuck this in a folder and just, yeah, it's good. It's just a bit more edgy, really. Like this, I'll go in a bit, and this is it. I am stopping now, but yeah, I guess this is just a little bit more softer and natural, and I want to just push it a little bit more stylized. What I'm trying to do is give my dad a bit more, or the overall image a bit more character, and that's just by pushing these highlights a little bit more, the midtones in the face, taking out the yellow. I'm not sure if the yellow is too much, but I sort of, yeah, no, it's good. It's good. I am happy. I'm going to leave it there. That is the finished shot. I will put this final to stop me from doing anything else. So yeah, that's my dad. Finished editing, and I will put together like a speeded up. That's the one. That was hard to do. So yeah, thank you very much if anyone ever watches any of these. I have to decide what I'm going to edit next. But I'll see you on the next one.